Okay. Here we go. Funky Florals Rice Papers, take 42. Action. I always look at you when I say action. That means I'm passing the ball to you.
Okay.
Go. Don't look like a deer in the headlights.
Like that, you mean?
Yeah, like that.
Elizabeth has been painting for a very long time. Duh. I mean, that's kind of a given.
Yeah.
And over the course of her painting career, she's been very good about documenting her work. And one of the things that's the best about that is that we can take the photos that she's taken of her work and we can create rice paper with them. So this group is called Fabulous Florals #1, and it includes 7 papers that are all from Elizabeth's work. And I always like working like this or playing like this because it gives me the opportunity to play with you kind of on a different level. I can work with your art. I don't have to create it. I just get the pleasure of working with it. And it's a really good thing.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. It's fun. It's I think the florals are fun because they're a lot of color, right?
Yes.
So you can put them on any color. You can pull out any accent color.
You want to show?
Yeah, so like this one that I'm showing in the video, I love the teal accent in the florals, so I used it in the background. Like this one with the yellow, and we used some foil, which is cool. That you know, the background accents are also fun. Gel prints and foil. And then, you know, you can just go simple. All I did on this one was paint the edges. And then on this one, I painted the edges, but I brought them also around the front in like a vignette. So, but you can see it's all super colorful, and that makes me happy because really any color goes.
Well, and I don't know if you enjoy it, but it's an opportunity for you to go back and revisit stuff, in some cases that you've painted ages ago.
Yeah, I painted some of it a long time ago, which I didn't even think about, you know. Yeah. But yeah, no, I like messing with them and seeing how they reduce, because I mean, this is 4x4. This artwork, of course, we cropped it, but it was originally they were all originally 16x20 because that's the size that I use for these. So to see them, you know, this small in miniature is pretty cool because I could never create them this small.
That would be a lot of work.
Yeah, it would be so tiny. I'd have to use tweezers and magnifying glasses, and no.
That would be a bridge too far.
Yeah.
So in addition to working on panels, I'm going to show you a few things that I did. I mean, you can work with paper, which is what I did. This is a tag that I made into a card. I made some specimen cards, and I've got a piece that I'll put on a journal page. There's lots of opportunity to be creative with these in a whole bunch of different ways. Yeah,
and I think the other thing I really like about them is whether you're using the sticky stuff or glue or however you adhere them, the rice papers are nice and thin and they're very absorbent. So they glue down. In all of these examples, we glued them down, and they don't buckle or wrinkle or fight with you in terms of that. They glue down flat on all the surfaces that we used. And that's nice because it's, you know, to have it all wrinkly can be very frustrating.
We don't want that.
And it doesn't, the rice paper is beautiful quality and it glues down really nice and flat. And the colors are UV resistant and they're very vibrant and they're very accurate to my art. They look just like the painting. So I'm always happy with the reproduction quality. Glad. Yeah.
Shall we go work with them?
Let's go do it.
All right.
We are so excited to be announcing this new set of Fabulous Florals #1 rice papers. And as you can imagine, #1 means that there will be a second set. So that cat is out of the bag, Barb.
Yes, it is. It's meowing down the road someplace.
Right. So these rice papers are taken from my Fabulous Florals paintings from workshops that I have conducted across the country and in other countries, which is pretty exciting. So also what's nice about them is that they're all on the same neutral background. So they make a nice grouping because they are florals, but they all have a similar neutral background color. So Barb and I thought they would make a nice grouping in terms of ways to display them. And I'm going to show you that. But before I do that, I'm going to turn these horizontally so they can be a little bigger and that they don't get cut off. But this one is the first one. This is Baltimore Floral. Then the second one is Hudson Valley Spring. And these are the locations that I taught the workshops in, for the most part. Tuscany Floral. This is one of my favorite ones that I ever did, and it's still in Italy. This one is Falling for You, which is fun. It's a little bit more graphic and whimsical than some of the rest of them. This one is Dr. Kate's Bouquet. This was a workshop that I conducted on Zoom, and Dr. Kate was one of the students, and she bought the demo piece, so I named it after her. And this was Zoom during COVID, so that's a bit of an older piece.
Right.
This one is called Almost Summer, and I really love the teal accents in that one. And then this one is Springtime Floral. So this is another one that I did on Zoom. Don't ask me how I remember this. But yeah, I think this was maybe the first time I did it on Zoom. So what I did was I put them on cradled wood panels. So we have these, what are they? Alt alternatives?
Art alternatives. They're studio depth, which means that they're 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah.
And they're available in a bunch of sizes, 4x4, 4x6, and 6x8.
Yeah, so these are 6x8, this is 4x4, and this is 4x6. And that was where the idea of the grouping came from, you know, that you could hang these or display them as a little group. Also, we were talking about the other day that these little creations would make great hostess gifts during the holidays. Mm-hmm. We thought that something little like this, the flowers that are going to last forever rather than flowers that are eventually going to disintegrate, that this would be a great little hostess gift or teacher gifts during the holidays. So the little cradled panels, they can hang up or they can stand up on a shelf. And I just love the way these came out. So on this one, I just put the rice paper on the prepared panel, then I painted the edges a color from the front, and I did a vignette where I brought that color around the edges, bringing it into the front a little bit. And I didn't do any embellishing in here, but of course you could add Posca pens or other pen drawing marks, but this one was so cute just like this that I really liked it with that color. The next one is on the 4x4, Dr. Kate's bouquet, and I did color the edges of this, but I did it with the mini ink blending tool, and I just kept it straight to the edges, so that when you see it from the side, it's got a color from the front, and it's pretty simple that way, just simple and straightforward, but still a nice little gift. Now this one, on the bigger one, I got a little more complicated because I had more room. So this is what, 4x6?
6x8.
6x8. I don't know anything about math. Okay. So this is the one with the teal accents that I said that I like so much. So because I love those teal accents, I decided to pick it up out here with deco foil behind it. So that was, we thought it was going to be tricky, but it wasn't. What we adhered the deco foil with was sticky stuff. A great big sheet of sticky stuff, and that's also what we adhered the floral with. So there was no glue involved, which was kind of nice. So that is the bouquet on the deco foil. Then I did this one where I picked up this is like a copper color, and I felt like it picked up the accent color in my gel print. So this is a gel print in the background. And also this color picked up the flowers. So I did sort of a 2/3, 1/3, or maybe a little bit, yeah, maybe kind of close to that, with just the straight up foil on the bottom. So I really like how that one came out. And since I used the foil on the two big ones, I decided to show you how I did that, foil and gel prints. So here we have a gel print that I put the whole background, and Barb put sticky stuff strip right here for me to add this lighter purple deco foil to, because I'm picking up the accent colors in this piece. So we've got a lot of nice dark purple in the sunflowers and in this flower and in here. So I thought that was a good color to offset the yellow. So I used a gel print in the background that was adhered with sticky stuff. And now I'm gonna pull the backing paper off the sticky stuff, which reveals like a double-sided adhesive, which works great with the foil. So now I'm just going to put the foil in there. You don't even have to be accurate, right? Because
as long as you're accurate with the sticky stuff, the foil goes where it is.
Yeah, so you don't have to, like, it's just going to adhere to the sticky stuff. So this is kind of cool. I mean, you can also adhere this with glue. It's proprietary glue. What do you call it? Deco foil adhesive?
Deco foil, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, deco foil adhesive. But the sticky stuff, you know, not being wet and messy is kind of nice. I think, don't you, Barb?
Well, the other thing that I think is amazing, and you're going to see this when Elizabeth takes the deco foil off, is how cleanly the foil attaches to the sticky stuff. It's just this big piece. There's no runs, no drips, no errors. I mean, it's all there.
Yeah, and completely. I feel like we get a little bit better adhesive to this than we do with the
Probably
glue.
with everything.
With less effort, less rubbing. We have to do more rubbing with the glue. So with the adhesive. So now you can see I'm gonna lift it up, and if I see that there's a spot that doesn't have complete coverage, I'm just gonna give it another rub with my fingers. So before you just take it off and say, oh, I missed a spot, just give it another rub because it'll come. So, and it's that easy, it's just a little bit of additional pressure. And then it comes right off, and you can use the rest of this sheet for other things. There's plenty left. And now we have that beautiful two-tone purple as a nice backdrop. So again, Barb adhered the sticky stuff onto this and trimmed it for me. And then, so I'm gonna pull this slowly. That's the key, right? So it doesn't curl.
Yeah.
So the artwork doesn't curl up. You're gonna pull this off slowly. And then it's pretty flat. Now, the thing with sticky stuff is once you put it down, you cannot reposition it. So you got to really, kind of eyeball it left to right, top to bottom. It doesn't need to be perfect, but, so I'm trying to center it. Of course, you could play with it off center or even tipped. But there we go. And then you just press it down. And the other nice thing about the sticky stuff backing is that white adhesive behind it, or just the adhesive behind it, helps to keep these light areas bright because the rice paper is a little bit thin, so this dark purple doesn't show through the way that it would if you used wet adhesive. If we use wet adhesive, you would see this background color showing a bit more through the rice paper. So that's another advantage to the sticky stuff. But there you go. Look at that. I mean, how cute is that? And then I could take my paintbrush and paint the edges either purple or golden yellow. How cool would that be? Or teal. Just pick up a color from the front. So either more purple or another accent color from the front would be great around the edges. And then this would be a great teacher gift or hostess gift or something nice for the holidays. So that is that.
I decided to go in a completely different direction than Elizabeth. And so I tend toward journals and I tend toward fun things like these specimen cards and a card. So this is a tag that's got a rectangle cut out of it, and I just went ahead and aligned it in there. You can see it's glued on. I could put something on the back. This could become part of a journal page. There's just about anything that you can do with it. These are specimen cards. Again, really easy to do. You just have to get that on the back. Now, in some cases, specimen cards might have a piece of acetate on the front of the back. For what I'm doing, I didn't really feel the need to do that. This is one of our number 12 tags. I had to trim it down just a little bit once I folded it in half because this particular element from one of the sheets of the rice paper didn't quite fill it, but if I didn't tell you I trimmed it, nobody would know, so it's not a big deal. Now, I haven't done anything on the inside, but there's lots of room. If I wanted to take a smaller one of these and put it in here, I could do that, and of course, there's plenty of room to write a sentiment. And then this last one of the things that I really like to do is frame with black. I always say that black is drama, and so this is intended to go on this page right here. Now, when we're together in Sacramento in a house that we rent, we don't have all of our supplies. Ideally, what I would do would be I would use sticky stuff to put this down, but then I'd come in with some of Tim's small talk or something else to kind of embellish this page. And because I'm a sucker for, let's see if I got to get up on my toes to see because I'm short. Because I'm a sucker for shiny stuff, I came in and just added a little bit of foil here because it makes me happy. And so honestly, with all of the various sizes that we've given you on these individual sheets of rice paper, you can do things from cards to the panels that Elizabeth showed you to little tiny pieces. So this is a very versatile, besides it being beautiful, it's a very versatile set of images. I hate when that happens.
I know, me too. All right. So anyway, all that being said, we had a good time with the rice papers. We hope that you will enjoy them as well. And I guess that's it.
I think that's it.
I guess so. Well, that's it. We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye.
I'm at a loss for words. That hardly ever happens.
Right?
Right. All right then. Bye.